just focus on revenue, but focus on building actually a sustainable business, providing good value to your customers, and also providing a good place for people to work. Hi everyone, thank you for being here today. My name is Omar Amara. I'm the co-founder of FreshSource. I started FreshSource with my sister, who's here with me today, and probably the only reason that I made the Forbes 30 on the 30 list. I wanted to talk about how, after having worked abroad, I worked in Goldman Sachs in London, moved back from the UK. We started FreshSource here in Egypt. We believe that we were missing out on a significant opportunity back in Egypt. FreshSource basically does distribution of B2B produce, so fresh fruits and vegetables directly to hotels and restaurants daily. Along with my co-founder, my sister, we started to research industries. We came across a statistic that 45% of Egypt's produce is lost due to food waste. It's very hard to have this conversation right now with the energy on the other side, but we're trying my best. And so we launched FreshSource, the MENA region's first B2B agriculture platform. We leverage data and technology to transform the lives of producers, businesses, and consumers. We started working with producers across the country and scaled to over 11 Egyptian governorates. Started our journey in 2019. We met with our first investor. We were the first company that they invested in without revenue. I'd be lying if I said that our journey was smooth. It has been one of the most challenging and character-defining experiences of my life. VCs have been a significant part of both the ups and downs. During our journey, there has been one core value that we have always stayed true to, and that's something that we constantly remind ourselves, and that's the concept of hustle over hype. So it has actually been the name of Farah and mine's meeting for the past few years. As an entrepreneur, one of the attributes for success is the ability to hustle. Wearing different hats within your industry. There is no job beneath you, there is no job above you. That's something very important that I had to learn. You must be able to do everything in your company. I started delivering orders to customers on our trucks. I started buying from the farms directly. I started discussing the prices with the finance team. And there's no job above you as well. You can't think that you're not good enough for any role, or not good enough or not experienced enough for anything to do in the business. I believe that to be a hustler, you need to have confidence, resilience, and perseverance. So then what is the hype? The hype is the initial excitement that comes with raising a fundraising round. Once you close a round, you think you're on top of the world. Everyone congratulating you, having all the resources you once dreamed of, and it can easily divert your focus from the fundamentals. The hype of how much you have raised, or who your investors were, or how popular you're becoming in the industry, the hype can easily consume all of us. Most VCs over the past few years would ask us two main questions when we had our first call: how fast we're growing and how much money we're making, which when you come to think of it is not really something that defines your success. There were initially no questions about our burn, our team, our strategy, nothing else. So these questions started to shift over the past year when there started to be an investment drought, there started to be economical issues, and then we started to see that, oh, the investors that were pushing us to grow started pushing us to becoming profitable ASAP. And that really made me think that, do these investors know what they're talking about or no? And so there are a few things that I started to put myself. There are a few keys that I think we should focus on. Number one, staying true to myself. At the age of 23, I was suddenly managing a team of around 50 people, all much older than me. I was navigating how to be a leader, but yet get the best out of the team and be respected. It was hard with many setbacks and lessons. At the start, I didn't really know what I was doing, but as the day progressed, it became clear that actually most people in most companies don't really know what they're doing either. There isn't really a manual on how to build a startup, scale it, and raise fundraising. But an important lesson to know is that you should always be true to yourself. Just try your best and enjoy the ride, because it's one hell of a ride. To always have positive unit economics from day one. I'm sure that you have been hearing this non-stop, especially the past year, but I really can't stress enough. Don't listen to investors who encourage you to burn a lot, to grow quickly, to just focus on revenue, but focus on building actually a sustainable business, providing good value to your customers, and also providing a good place for people to work. Because I can guarantee you that when the market goes bad, the worlds will shift instantly, and their first priority, the VCs, would be keeping themselves alive and not you. Always remember that for VCs, your startup is one among many investments. But for us, for you, for every team member, this is not just another investment. It's a commitment of time, energy, passion, and often personal sacrifice. Having positive unit economics and not such a strong dependence on external investments means you can still hold some of the chips. Number two, don't fall into the investor trap. We have been a VC-backed company from day one, and so we can't lie that there are a lot of advantages to having a good VC-backed company. They have allowed us to grow. They are very good supporters of the industry, but at the same time, there's not the way someone should live their life depending on their external finances. They have honestly helped us a lot to grow. Firstly, a no from a VC does not mean you have a bad business, does not mean you're a failure, and does not mean you're not good, decent people. That's something very important that I really hope I put across properly today. From what I've seen, a large percentage of the VCs we've interacted with really care about one thing: FOMO, fear of missing out. What made me realize this is that they'd always ask who you're speaking to and who's leading the round. It didn't matter how the business did that month. What mattered was what they might be missing out on. Secondly, following the VC trends is like following a balloon in the wind. You never know where it's going to land. 1 year it's fintech, 1 year it's AI, 1 year it's buy now, pay later. It doesn't matter. Focus on only one thing: building successful business. Thirdly, be very skeptical of the advice you receive from them. It took me a long time to learn this honestly. I thought because they're successful VCs that what they say must be right. But then I started to realize that most of them don't really know what they're talking about. We have been running this business for nearly 5 years. Hiring, firing, getting sales, losing sales, negotiating contracts, all the ups and downs. And so why are we taking advice from someone who has never operated a business before? Take advice from VCs on basic concepts. But for everything else, you should listen to the people in the industry, people in your team, and your mentors. At the end of the day, the decisions we make impact not just a portfolio, but a family of dedicated individuals. To avoid falling into the VC trap, it's important to have a clear understanding of your goals and priorities. A few last pieces of advice. Do your homework when you're starting to raise money from investors. Make sure you properly research the VCs, speak to other founders, and see from their experience. And also explore other means of fundraising from the start. To conclude, I'd like to say that today, as we stand, despite all of the turbulence going on in the world, we're in a better position than ever to build a strong company with a robust business model that generates competitive returns. Down markets can produce giants, and history has shown that sluggish markets can also clear the field for the right. My journey with Freshros has been a whirlwind of challenges, triumphs, and lessons learned. It's a testament to the power of passion, grit, and staying true to one's vision. While VC funding has been a valuable fuel navigating certain values, it's important to remember it's only one tool in the toolbox. Business foundation, exploring alternative funding options, and surround yourself with a supportive network. I can't express the importance of the supportive network, the team that you build. Between my sister, my very close angel investors, my good friends, my girlfriend, and my family, I think this would have been. So I encourage you, fellow entrepreneurs, to keep hustling, stay grounded in your values, and seize the top moment to build something truly impactful. The world needs your unique voice, your relentless hustle, and your unwavering belief in a better tomorrow. Thank you.